All right, once more with feeling. My friends, you may have noticed that we've had not a problem with psychic connection, but a problem with internet connection of late. As you may have read in the description, John and technicians have been working on it, and this is our test. Of course, we have a multi-streamed live class tonight, the spectrum of a tarot card. So I'm hoping we get through the next hour, which will mean confidence is high for class 2 night. So I will be doing readings. I am doing readings on any topic you want, whatever you want. Happy to see you. But let me share something with you first. So what's all this? This is a minor representation of the card and book destash that was bestowed upon me Sunday evening after our tarot meetup. A person had boxes and boxes in her car, and I took as many as I could. And I just wanted to show you a small representation. A lot of tarot decks, including the Fountain Tarot, which is one that was not in my collection, came out in the 2010s and was the belle of the ball in the community when it first came out. Let me know with any of these decks if you have them, like them, or have knowledge or experience with them. So I'm looking forward to this one. So this one, is it pronounced Zillich or Zillich? Not sure, but this is really beautiful, and it is a Crowley themed deck, and we don't have that many of those, so that's fun. There were a whole bunch of non-tarot system oracle cards, like not just your, angel oracle, kitchen oracle, whatever, but things like this. Anyone know these? Or my first kipper. I know Ciro Marchetti made a kipper. I don't have one. I do have a kipper now. And I'm pretty sure that this is actually a Lenormand, but I'm not sure exactly. So let me know. A brand newish Gypsy Witch. You may remember, I still have my first one of these. This was my first deck. I got it when I was 8. Now I have a brand new one. Here's another. Don't know what that is. Some fun tarot decks, right? So you'll be seeing some new decks in our lives. And I'm really excited for this one for a funny reason. Now, I'm not the hugest Lo Scarabeo fan, although I can tell you that I was at the conference where the Lo Scarabeo partnership with Llewellyn was announced, and that was really kind of great. But I don't feel like they put out a lot of great decks. But, okay, I'm not an art historian, but I went down, like right before receiving this, I went down a rabbit hole with the pre-Raphaelites. Why? Taylor Swift. I was listening to my favorite Swiftie podcast, The Swiftie and the Scholar, discussing how the painting, The Fate of Ophelia, is pre-Raphaelite. And I didn't know any of that. And here it is, The Fate of Ophelia. And so we're going to try reading with this. I don't know this deck at all, so we will see how it goes. But you can see I have many decks to choose from if I find this doesn't work. No way, Barbie. That's hilarious. I love it. Okay. An interesting art music, right? An interesting art movement. All right. But it looks pretty weight-centric. So dare I? Oh my gosh. Ophelia is death. You have to kind of love that. We'll give it a try. All right. So, since we're testing the stream, we might as well test a tarot deck as well. So get your questions in. If you missed your Monday cards and you just want a card for the day, card for the week, happy to do it. If you have a question, let me know. I will do anything at all that you, well, within reason, that you would like me to do today. So go ahead and let me know. Oh my gosh. It's patchouli. This deck is very strongly patchouli scented. I'm sure that didn't come from the factory, but it's kind of fun. Okay, starting over on Twitch with Dream It Possible. So good to see you. Does R miss me? What's his energy about our situation? So it's interesting. And right away, I feel like one of my issues with this deck is going to be not having clarity on which court cards we have. But with these two reversed, either knights or pages, I'm guessing pages, I feel like his energy about the situation, Dream It Possible, is that I feel like he feels that the communication was not good. I think his energy around all of this is lack of communication and immaturity. And I don't know that that's like his knowledge or understanding. I just think that's the real energy, right? Does he miss you? Yes and no. He misses the privilege of associating with you. He misses the connection. He does not miss the responsibility. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Oh, Sky Key, the backs are super pretty. They really are. I will tell you they're not reversible, and I'm a stickler for a reversible back, but it's interesting. It's a fun deck. I'm not continuing with it. Like, this is me trying out decks, apparently, just like we're trying out the stream, so we're putting that away. Let's try another deck from Los Scarabeo, which is the Los Scarabeo deck. The only reason this interests me is Mark McElroy was on this project, and he's pretty awesome. So let's see what this deck will do for us. Let's see, I'll do at least one question with this deck, and then we'll move on. All right. And the question I will do, going on to YouTube, TJ and GA. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. What do I need to learn about relationships? I don't know. What do I need to learn about working with this deck? No, seriously, let's do this for real. TJ and GA. Four of Wands reversed. So this is interesting right away. It makes me wonder if in your childhood, if you grew up in a household where there was divorce or a difficult relationship, or you grew up hearing a lot of messaging about how hard relationships are or how difficult certain types of people are, because I feel like you almost have a bias. And when we say relationships, I wasn't going to do this, but because of this card, I am diving right into romantic relationships specifically. And I feel like you have an internal bias against them. And here we have, you're great at communication. You're a good communicator. And you have a huge heart, TJ. Like, there is nothing wrong with your ability. And this is why, I think friendships, I think you understand friendship pretty well. I think as soon as it becomes more committed, that could be a BFF, that could be a project partner, it could also be a romantic partner, things get weird, because even though you have good relationship skills, this is going to sound crazy, but I think you have an internal bias against relationships. And so what do you do about that, TJ? I think examine that. Bring it to light and recognize that this probably does come from ancestry. It could go back to your grandparents or great-grandparents. And once you figure that out, everything changes. There we go. All right, I actually like this deck. Cool. Let's try another one. Eventually, I'll probably just stick with my weight deck, but I'm having fun doing this. Okay, here we go. Dream It Possible. Yes, spot on their lack of communication and immaturity. And yes, I never get real honesty, how they feel really. And I feel like truly, I feel like Dream It Possible, it may be that they don't know how. I mean, it may not be that they're intentionally withholding. They may not know how to communicate, but why would you be with someone who doesn't know how to communicate? Like, what's the point of that? Okay, another Lo Scarabeo deck, but comes in not a traditional Lo Scarabeo box. This one's seen some wear, but does not smell like patchouli. Okay, not a reversible back. All right, let's see what we got here. Excuse me. My theory that I can read with anything. Let's see. Oh, TJ, I'm appreciating this feedback. I was too open okay, let me read this with the correct emphasis. I was too open to romantic relationships in the past, but since my second divorce 5 years ago, I've been resistant to the idea. Feeling myself starting to thaw out now. Yeah. But I'm going to say, as part of that thawing process, do the ancestral work, because there may have been a reason why you ended up in the marriages that you did, and that may all go back further than just that first marriage. All right. Let's see who is next. It's Divian Shamrishra. Sorry. Divian, so good to see you. Let me please get my R's in the right place. Thank you for being here. Do you see Arjun contacting me again? It was a long ago breakup. I think, I don't love this deck. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is Judgment, and yeah, I don't love it. But reading the cards, which is what we are here to do, what I'm gonna say, Divian, is it's possible that there will be contact in the future, sure. But you are very clearly, with this hideous Judgment card and the rest of them, very clearly guided toward closure. As you said, it was a long time ago. The reason it didn't work then is because there was no logical way on the face of the planet that it was gonna work. And I think the more that you can accept that, the better your future will be. All right. As I said I would, let's just play with the crows. Let's do at least one with the crows. Okay, this is a US Games deck. And I kind of like it. I usually do prefer decks with people doing things. You know, I'm not big on animal decks necessarily, but I kind of like this, and crows are awesome. So let's do this. Here we go. Jenna Perkins, good to see you. Divian, you are very welcome. Jenna Perkins, today is your birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Jenna Perkins. So glad you're here. Thanks for being here. And thank you for being a member. We appreciate you. Mixuair, you have this deck and you love this deck. Cool. Cool. And Skykeek says, yeah, crows are super cool. Indeed. Here we go. Happy birthday, Jenna Perkins. So first of all, a birthday card.